Hi, my name is Sarah, and my two words are wanderer and citizen. I grew up in a very Christian home. My dad was a pastor growing up. I went to a Christian school, was super involved in the church. Basically, anytime the doors of our church were open, I was there. I was involved in basically anything you could have been involved in as a kid, and I was super blessed with two Christian parents who walk very closely with the Lord. And my whole family has actually professed faith in Jesus, which is really cool. I became a Christian when I was 4 years old. I told my parents that I wanted to accept Jesus into my heart, and then from that moment on, I was a Christian. I followed Jesus and sought to honor him in all that I did. While I was a believer when I was that young, I still had a lot to learn. There were a lot of things in my life that really affected my walk with God. A couple of those things were being a pastor's kid. Growing up, a lot of times I felt kind of isolated because of that, and I felt like people saw me differently or treated me differently, especially at a Christian school. Sometimes I felt really ostracized because of being the pastor's kid. And so that was one thing that really shaped who I was in my walk with the Lord. And I think it was one thing that really pushed me closer to Jesus, honestly, was feeling hurt from people and realizing that people will hurt you regardless of who you are, or what your parents' job is, or what color your skin is, or what you look like, or what you're involved in. And I think that was one circumstance that really pushed me towards Jesus and showed me how to find my identity in him. My first word is wanderer. Even though I was a really young kid when I accepted Jesus, I still was lost. I didn't have him in my life. I didn't have a sense of direction. And the Bible very clearly states that without Jesus in our lives, we really don't have the main thing that God has intended for us to have, which is a relationship with him. Philippians 4 verse 11 says that our citizenship is in heaven, and so the moment that I accepted Jesus, I became a citizen of heaven. And that truth has really guided me throughout my entire life and affected every decision that I make and everything I do. In high school, one of the main reasons I decided to come to the University of Illinois was for evangelism and to reach out to people and help them to know Jesus and who he was. And my experience here has been hugely impactful. Probably the biggest part of my walk with Jesus has been coming to U of I. Really learning about evangelism, what it looks like to share my faith with people, being pushed to share my faith with people I don't know, or being pushed to have relationships with people I might have a relationship with otherwise, with an effort to share the gospel. And because of that, because of living out of the truth that I'm a citizen of heaven, I feel like I've really come to know more about Jesus and know who he is. And I realized the truth that if I know who I am in Christ, which is a citizen of heaven, nothing else can really affect or hurt me or harm me. I might have difficult circumstances, I might have painful situations, but if I choose to live out of that truth and to walk in the light of who I am and who Jesus made me to be, a citizen of heaven, I really can get through anything by his strength and by his help. So my name is Sarah Farish, and those are my two words.